Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. And first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Pickett working from the gun. Brought in by his back here. It's Jeanty. And on first down, only gets about a yard. Here, the defender there to force him out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has a man on target to Thornton. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Jeanty. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connecting on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. Jones on 1st down. It's a screen play to Genty. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Finds a seam down the middle. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they just get the play off. Holds in, again it's Bowers. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Genty. Scores! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Third down, Jones to throw. Locates Lockett along that sideline, and he's got it. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Raiders 21. Cowboys nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Intercepted again! And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Pistol now for Jones. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And we might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 28, Cowboys nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Dak off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Kill! All right, hey. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Dak now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. What do you think?
Throwing again is Dak. Screen here for Williams. This is not going to help their cause. They had a 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Raiders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Giving this to Genty. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Go! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Give him 37 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, But you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Throwing here, Jones. Sends this to the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long for him here. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts, and they can try a field goal now before halftime. So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Yeah! Here we go. Here go 46. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to call that play, you better execute it. Because if it works, well, you're a genius. But one little thing gets off, a little bit of penetration, you don't seal the edge, well, you're punting and that play goes right out the window.
Snap is off, it's Prescott. And they got home, sends him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
On 1st down, Genty. Has some room to work. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
There you go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. Dak out of the pistol. That's caught by Williams. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
What do you think?
Going for it, it's Williams. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Genty. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Let's go now.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jones. It's a screen play to Genty. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. What do you think?
From the gun is Prescott. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Raiders' 47-yard line.
Let's go 47. Let's go kill.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
Hey, 47. Hey, kill. Kill. Go to 54. Line in.
Here's Dak. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So that brings up 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
He put everything he's got behind it. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Genty from the gun. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Another give here to Genty. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Raiders throwing 6 more on the blowout. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the end zone leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so, too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations. But, my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone. And it's his effort, it's his want to, it's his will that has carried this offense forward for much of the game.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We have not seen much achievement today.
Here go 46.
Prescott to throw. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
At the 30-yard line.
Prescott now off the play fake. Throwing this one back at the end zone. Will put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Caught. He's got Lamb. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
27 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah.
First and goal, Dallas.
Williams will not challenge the end zone. He loses a bunch here. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work
And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut into the lead by another point. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.